Hey, what's going on? It is your boy KQKC Boxing. Let's get this business out the way. I am 100 and so many subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. And I want to thank you all, my subscribers, and the LDBC for getting me thus far. Now I hope you will like the content of this video. Short and fucking sweet, like I like to do it. So I want to thank everyone that has got me this far. And don't forget, I do come on after for non-international boxing, and I will see you then. Now, Gary Russell Jr. made a statement. He made a statement with his t-shirt, as I said previously. And I don't blame him, because Leo Santa Cruz has been running away from him for some time now. Actually, they were competing for the Olympic team at the same time. Gary Russell Jr. made it, and Leo Santa Cruz did not. That's why him and Deontay Wilder are good buddies. They was on the same stable. Facts are motherfucking facts. Sure, Leo Santa Cruz, I think, might be running. But as Gary Russell Jr. put it, and I quote, and I unmotherfucking quote, how can you prepare yourself, because he ended up being the mandatory, Santa Cruz did, how can you prepare yourself to fight me, a southpaw, and you take a tune-up fight with the orthodox fighter? So in my mind, that shows me that you don't want to fight me. Bingo, Mr. Russell Jr. See, most of these guys, I don't care who you are, black, white, or Hispanic, still has the Mayweather blueprint in their damn back pocket. It's more than a fight. It's a make sense, make dollars, let it marinate. No, they got it twisted. Boxing haven't changed. The rules and regulations haven't changed. The ultimate goal and ultimate final goal is to what? To make history. To make a legacy for yourself. And the only way you're going to do that is fight the best and the brightest. But you cannot do that if you have someone or both that don't want to fight unless they get a certain amount of money. Now, please, young fighters, if you're listening, fighters, period, if you're listening, Floyd Mayweather has done what no other fighter has done or ever will do again. Are you listening? The 90s, it was free. It was wild. They had money. It was competition. It was Showtime against HBO. Floyd Mayweather left HBO and went to Showtime. In order for Showtime to keep Floyd, who was entertaining, who was hated but who put butts in the seats. Not to see him win, but to see his ass lose. But at the end of the day, he still put butts in the seats, and their money was still good. So, today, HBO is gone. Today, streaming apps are trying to stay to front stage. Yes, pay-per-view is still around, especially at Showtime and Fox. Mr. Hearn, who said that they wouldn't be around, is dead because he want to sell his dual streaming app that goes up every 6 months. So, here we go. Gary Russell Jr. is right. It doesn't matter if you're a big guy. It doesn't matter if you have strength. It doesn't matter. What matters is if you're a determined fighter. A fighter with a small way of thinking as far as let it marinate. Most fighters that's true to the game is not thinking about that. They thinking about taking on the biggest and the brightest. Gary Russell Jr. put it beautifully. Not only did he box beautifully, he explained it beautifully at the press conference. I have a mind that can beat anyone that's big, small, long, whatever kind of style it is. See, once you have that ring IQ, once you know that ring like the back of your hand, if you know how to adapt, do you know how to be able to adapt to adversity on the spur of a dime, on the move, then you can beat anybody. That's boxing. That is boxing. You can't beat that. No one can beat that. Now, I'm not trying to give this away because I am going to talk about this further on my live stream at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. I just want to make a statement to let you know. Yes, Deontay Wilder came Saturday night in the company with Muhammad Ali, not once but twice. George Foreman, Frazier, he's in the same breath. He is mentioned in the same book sooner or later as those guys. That's an honor. That's an honor for me as an American. Now, when I looked at Gary Russell Jr. fighting, I said to myself and to my subscribers and viewers, because I did call the fight, that this guy, Gary Russell Jr. or Mr. Gary Russell, he fought a beautiful, methodically thought out fight. He used his angles. He laid against the ropes to let him punch himself out just a little bit, not much. Then he does what he does. He got out of there and circled right back into the center of the ring, where he went to work with a shoe shine, tunnel jab, you name it. He has done it. It's time to wake up, other fighters. Gary Russell Jr. said, and I quote, an un-motherfucking quote. He said that I didn't choose to fight once a year. That's not my choice. See, as Gary Russell Jr. put it, when you hold a belt and when you are a champion, you have 1 year or less to defend that belt. You must defend that belt. If you're not injured, tremendously injured. So therefore, it's not Gary Russell Jr. And Al Haymon, as much as I respect you as an advisor and as a manager and as a smart Harvard lawyer, but it's time for you to make the fights. It's time for you to make the fights with Leo Santa Cruz and Gary Russell Jr. He'll take Lomachenko and Gary Russell Jr. Then he wants Gervonta Davis and Gary Russell Jr. It's not fair how this young man has been played. Now that's my take on it, like I always do. Let's see what the boxing scene has to say. At the Barclays Center, which is in Brooklyn, New York, and the co-feature. Now keep this in mind. It's a little tidbit, I like to throw them out there now and then. Deontay Wilder and Jay-Z are the only two that's able to use the Brooklyn Nets dressing room. Everyone else is off limits. That's even Floyd. It doesn't matter how big or bad you are. Facts are facts. Now, Gary Russell Jr., WBC featherweight world champion, 30-1, put on yet another professional display to defend his belt for the fourth time against Kinko Martinez, who's 39-9. Due to a gash that opened up over Martinez's left eye with the help of Gary Russell Jr., referee Ricky Gonzalez stopped the fight in the fifth round upon advice of a ringside physician, resulting in a technical knockout. It doesn't matter because Gary Russell Jr. was ahead and would have won it regardless. Sometimes sooner than later. Now Russell, who was fighting for the first time in a year, as I mentioned, showed no signs of ring rust. He never does because he stays in the gym. Right after the fight and the press conference, he said he would be into the gym today, this morning. Not to work out too much. Maybe he jump on a treadmill or something like that. But he's there to mentor his brothers and other young fighters coming up. He's trying to instill in them what was instilled in him. No PEDs. No easy way out. What you put in is what you will get out. Do you feel KQ, KC? Do you feel what I'm saying? See, you have to understand. No, it wasn't no ring rust. And he displayed his full skill set, including his trademark lightning quick hands. The 30-year-old Capitol Heights, Maryland native was dominant from the opening bell and landed a remarkable 40% of his power punches. What I tell you, my people, what I tell you, my subscribers, what I tell you, my potential subscribers, it's called punch placement. You learn that. He's been fighting since he was 7 years old. You learn that in the amateurs. You learn that as you come up. You work on that as you come up. As you turn professional, you work on that. Yes, he's a smaller fighter, but if he have to, he said he would drop that belt and move up in a heart motherfucking beat. Now, in an all-action fight with Little downtown, Martinez did more than enough to play his part. Yeah, the Spaniard constantly came forward, but Russell continued to target out that opening over his eye. As I just mentioned, with the help of Gary Russell Jr., KQ KC knows what he's talking about. Now, I'm going to read this, and that should be enough as a teaser for my show today. I did pretty good, said the 2008 U.S. Olympian Russell to Showtime ringside reporter Jim Gray. We stayed behind the jab, and he couldn't get past it. He couldn't, because that's his style. You can't just be one dimension. You cannot just walk down a person and you think that fighter gonna let you in. You better have a strong jab or a strong jaw, chin, whatever you want to call it. The ringside official called a stoppage of the fight at 2 minutes and 52 seconds around number 5. So with that, hope to see you at 12:30 p.m. Central Time, right after Haymon International Boxing. Now, shout out to the LDBC, and I can use your subscription today. Hell, right now, just hit the icon bell. You will get notified for every live stream and every video I do. So, with that, that's all I have for you right now. But I will see you later. Peace and love to everyone. I'm on to the next one.